What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, I want to talk about something that is sort of being not necessarily ignored, perhaps, but perhaps overlooked. And that is, the situation with Ari Lennox and Oprah and Gayle. Right. And I think partially this situation is being overlooked because just like no one's really checking for Ari Lennox like that. No shade, I'm just saying. But recently with the whole controversy with the whole interview that Gayle did with Lisa Leslie, bringing up the Kobe Bryant rape allegation situation, a lot of folks, particularly on the black side of things, have been jumping in, both black men and some black women as well. And one of those black women who jumped in the mix was Ari Lennox. And Ari Lennox, she wasn't having it. All right. You know, Ari Lennox came for Gayle and Oprah on behalf of Kobe Bryant and his legacy. All right. Big black mammy attack. All right. So, Ari Lennox came through and she said, quote unquote, listen, this is about to get real toxic. And I don't give a fuck if I get canceled forever. So, right there, she's about to throw away her whole damn career to cape for Kobe Bryant. God damn. And then she says, fuck Gayle and fuck Oprah. Y'all are some self-hating pieces of shit fuck asses. Yeah, she actually said that. You want to spend the rest of your days tearing down black people? Build us up. Help us. I'm not here for anybody tearing down that legendary man. And then she also went on to say, like, why is Oprah tearing down, the legacies of so many beautiful black men? I'm surprised she didn't just say of our black kings. Like, so Ari Lennox, she got the cape on strong, big black fat mammy to the rescue. All right, goddamn. Super picker, super pick me to the rescue. Goddamn. The matriarchal mule. Right? Like she is going hard in the paint here. Right? And I saw the videos that she posted about this too. And I'm like, okay, this is very interesting here. But one thing I want to know is like, does Ari Lennox even really know Kobe Bryant like that? Like, say Lisa Leslie does, right? Does she really even know Kobe Bryant? Have they even met? Have they even been in the same room, the same building, the same zip code, the same state? Like really? I don't know. To be fair, I don't know. But I'm just putting that out there because, I just find this to be a little interesting. Ari Lennox's, input in this situation. But I also know that, some people, especially some celebrities, love to ride trends. Right now, this is the trend to defend Kobe Bryant right now, right? Like, at one point, it was on trend to defend R. Kelly, but now it's not. It's on trend to vilify R. Kelly. And I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying now it's on trend and now it's cool. You get what I mean? Whereas, like, sometimes it's like, oh, you can't go after them. If you do, people come after you. But then once a certain amount of time has passed and once certain things have come up, once certain people have even spoken about it, then it's like, oh, it's okay. It's cool now. Right? Just something that I wanted to throw in there right quick. So back to this situation. So yeah, so Ari Lennox came for Oprah and Gayle, and she definitely had much stronger aggression coming for Oprah and Gayle than she did black men and also just black people in general, both men and women. Comparing her to a Rottweiler or a pit bull, right? And dragging her ass up and down social media about her Rottweiler nose, pit bull face. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know. it wasn't like that when it was directed towards, the black folks, especially black men. And I think Ari Lennox knows, she knows that if she were to come like that with the black male collective, she would she would get a lot more dragging down the internet road. All right, they'll be tying her ass up to some damn semi truck and dragging her ass down the internet road. All right. So yeah, so back a few weeks ago, Ari Lennox was complaining about being compared to a Rottweiler, a pit bull, a dog, all this type of stuff. But yet here she comes acting like an attack dog on behalf of Kobe Bryant. Right. And an interesting part of this is, Ari did come out and apologize to Oprah and Gayle. And during within her apology, she said something that really stuck out to me. Her apology is very long and very lengthy. If you want to read it, just look it up on YouTube, not YouTube, on the internet. Google it. It's out there. All right. But I'm going to read this one specific part right here because this part is really telling. Quote unquote, I impulsively spiraled because I was sick of seeing the distasteful shade, especially at such a terrible and sad time towards someone who I know is a good person. Again, does she know Kobe Bryant on a personal level like that? Or is she just going by maybe what she just sees in the media and stuff like that? I'm just wondering, you know. With that, with that said, I wasn't trying to discredit other people and their truths and opinions. I also don't need black men to stick up for me in order to do what I know is right in my heart, and that's speak up if I feel people are being distasteful towards them. Same goes for black women especially. Everything I do is for black girl magic, glory, unity, and our greatness. I innately love on our people and don't need a specific reason to look out. But ultimately, I want to be better and do better. So, y'all heard that, right? I find this to be a little interesting because she said in this apology, I don't need black men to stick up for me in order to do what I know is right in my heart, and that's speak up if I feel people are being distasteful towards them. Well, a few weeks ago, people were being distasteful towards you, and you wanted black men to speak up on your behalf, especially probably black people in general, but she was especially calling on black men to speak up on her behalf, right? When she went on Instagram Live in tears, breaking down, crying, please, black man, please. Where are you, black kings? Where are you? I need my black king. Right? Why is this your truth, black king? Why is this your truth? Why is this your speech, black king? Why is this your freedom of speech, my black king? Please. Right. I remember that. So, again, she was calling on black men to defend her during that time, but now flip it around, oh, I don't need black men to defend me. And you probably shouldn't say that on record because at one point you may want black men to defend you. You may not, quote unquote, need it, but you may want it. And this is stuff that ends up being thrown in your face later on down the road. Right? But at the end of the day, Ari Lennox has been just proven herself to be just a goofy bitch and just a wild ass goofy bitch on the loose. Let's be real. She is. All right, just a wild ass, mammified, pick me ass, mulin ass, workhorse ass black woman, right? And this is sort of a trend that I don't want to say a trend, but I would say pathology perhaps, or some behavior that I notice in certain black women where they will complain about black men, whether individually or collectively, and then go right back around to support and, you know, perpetuate, just pretty much support the same bullshit that they were complaining about. That doesn't make any sense. And to an extent, I feel like partially it comes from some sort of a mental issue that I think black women may be having. Also, I think it comes from a place of laziness as well, where some black women probably don't really want to put in the work to actually change their situation, right? So they'll just complain about it because they want to vent, and then it'll go back to business as usual by this time next week, right? So again, as I mentioned before, I think that Ari Lennox is low-key riding the trend right now, and right now it's on trend, especially particularly in the black community. It's on trend to defend Kobe Bryant and his legacy. And some of you are saying, well, why would she ride this trend? You know, what does she really get out of riding this trend and going hard in the paint and defending Kobe Bryant's legacy? This, that, and the third, right? Ultimately, I think Ari Lennox is doing this for probably some clout and some promo, but also for ultimately for like validation, the validation that she wants, the validation that she craves, right? The validation that she begged for, the validation that she broke down and cried about, right? I mean, how else is she gonna get it? We already know that she her looks ain't gonna get her that. She may get some compliments on her sex appeal, perhaps, but I think Ari Lennox is looking for compliments on beauty as well. I don't think she's going to get it. All right, not from the group of men that she wants it from. She may get it from women, but I don't think she really cares about that. She wants it from men, and understandably. And plus, these black women will tell you anything. You gotta watch these black women, I think y'all black women know that y'all gotta watch your sisters, because you know your sisters be coming through with the knife and, hugging you, but trying to stick the knife in your back and all that shit. But you gotta watch black women sometimes, black women, because sometimes black women will say, when it comes to how you look, they'll be all trying to hype you up and just act like you're the most beautiful thing ever. All the while, they don't really think that to be true, right? They're just saying it because perhaps they're trying to be nice. Perhaps they're just wanting to be politically correct. Perhaps they just want, to even sabotage you, perhaps. But that's another story. Right. But yeah. So yeah, Ari Lennox, she wants a pat on the head and a Scooby snack from black men. The Black Kings. All right. She wants a pat on the head and a Scooby snack from her Black King. All right. Ooh. Mm. She wants that fairy tale struggle love. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She wanna struggle on it hard, want it crazy bad. Yeah. For Black King, she will wait 1,000 years. Ooh, for Black King to come through. She will be a mammy, a big fat black mammy. Pick her, oh pick her, she big and Black King pick her. Pick. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So yeah, we already know what Ari Lennox is on. All right. And hopefully she get what she's looking for. I don't think it's gonna happen really though, because I think that the standards are just set too low. And a lot of times when it comes to these mammy pick me mule types, they don't really end up. I don't think they really end up winning per se. I think they may feel like they've won because their standards are just so low that it's just like, as long as it's just a black king, no matter if he's just got off the corner, you know, buying coke or crack, thugging and selling drugs, this, that, and the third. And it's like, hey, it's black love. You already know when it comes to the mammy pick me mules, especially, it's like, they'll go through a whole bunch of shit just to say that they got a black king. You know, no matter the quality of the black king, as long as it's just the black king there, right? We know that, right? But a good question to ask is, where were these same guys? Because I noticed in the comment section of like the videos that Ari Lennox posted, folks was like big up in Ari Lennox, like, yeah, that's what's up, you know, you ain't tell now one lie, sister, and pretty much just egging Ari Lennox on and giving her the pat on the head and the Scooby snack that she wanted, and that's all good and grand and all that shit. But where were these same black men at though, when you were breaking down crying on Instagram Live just a couple of weeks ago about folks talking about your nose? Where were these same black men at? And as we know, this time next week it's gonna go back to business as usual, right? So yeah, and Ari Lennox is probably going to end up getting dragged by black men at one point or another because she may end up slipping up and saying something, that may end up offending the black male collective, or even just what happened to her previously where she was minding her own business and black men just came for her as well as black women, because there were some black women in the comments section with they whole it ain't me mentality. Right? It ain't me. They were talking about you, Ari. And Tiana Taylor was included in that, but Tiana Taylor was just like she ain't really gonna give this shit too much attention. She kind of tweeted about it a little bit on the low, but other than that, Tiana Taylor didn't pay it no attention. If it don't apply, let it fly. You know what I mean? Shit. Good for Tiana Taylor for not coming through and breaking down with Ari Lennox on Instagram Live and crying and all this shit. Tiana Taylor, she got herself her black cane, and they swang together. They a bunch of swangers. You know how they get down. But hey, if that's good for y'all, then that's what's up. All right, just be safe about it. But yeah, but I guess Ari Lennox, she's still looking for a black king, and rumor has it on the street that she was in some friends with benefits type of situation with some guy in the industry. I don't know if she wants it that way or maybe she just pretending like she wanted that way. I think she was bragging about the good sex that she was having. Then some woman has said like, oh, she's gonna be in her feelings when the same dude that she's in the friends with benefits situation with ends up stepping out on the scene with some, racially ambiguous um, female woman, or either just a non-black woman altogether. And she probably will, and she probably end up jumping back on Instagram Live and bringing up black men's preferences and things like that. And then black men will drag her and talking about that she's jealous, bitter, and angry, and that it's not their fault that she got a Rottweiler pit bull nose, and it's her fault that she looks the way that she do, and this is why she ain't got a man now. No one wants to claim her. This is why nobody wants you. All right, because you're bitter, you're angry, you're jealous. All right, you're jealous of the red bones with hair long. But something else I want to talk about this Kobe Bryant situation, and that is, famous black men in the media, breaking down and crying, being very emotional about Kobe Bryant's death. And I'm not trying to mock anyone's, grief, and make light of that and make us make that a spectacle or make fun and things like that because we all go through situations like that. If we're lucky, really, um, we all end up going through some situation like that. But I do find it a little interesting, and as well, also, I think black men, generally speaking, should be allowed to be human just like everybody else. I mean, human beings do have emotions. Human beings do have things that trigger them. You know, black men aren't robots. That is a trend or a theme that sometimes is pushed to. Sometimes like some like type cyborg, cybernetic black men. You'll see that playing out in movies sometimes, but yeah. So you notice that all these black men are coming through and having being emotional and things like that, and that's great. That's fine. That's cool. You know, but they are showing like, this is what triggers them. This is what they care about. There's black men who are having emotional moments. There are black men who are making threats on behalf of Kobe. There are black men who are going hard in the paint on behalf of Kobe. You know, just going crazy over there, just, divine basketball playing deity at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just, calm down a little bit. Because some of these dudes, I'm like, did you even know Kobe Bryant like that? On a personal level, And, some people did and some people didn't. And that's cool. That's all right. You know? um, But also, I think, like I mentioned before with Ari, I think some folks are riding the trend. Right now, it's on trend to be doing shit like this. So some folks are doing shit like this. Some, not all, but some. You know. And then we got Snoop Dogg, threatening to come after Gayle, and then we got Susan Rice having to jump in and defend Gayle from Snoop Dogg. And then we got Ricky Smiley wanting to come in and come after Susan. Like, god damn, shit. We got black men going after black women, and black women having to check black men. Got black men trying to check black women. It's talking about community. We got to come together as a community, right? Black power. When a black man is in danger, right? You notice though, when it's for the black man though, the community, it comes together like Voltron. Goddamn, they come together and fight the power, right? Come together. Let's fight against white supremacy. Let's protect the black man's image. Let's protect the black man's legacy, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but is this same energy of does this same energy come through when it's a black woman and her legacy and image and things like that? And if it does happen, she definitely has to fulfill some requirements. It's just not given. She has to come through. They have to make sure that she's with a black man, make sure she's never trashed black men, make sure that her children are black from black men, you know, as well. Um, her having to do some work on behalf of black men, speaking up on some black issues and things like that. There's some requirements when it comes to black women, and sometimes even when they meet requirements, for some reason or another, their application ends up being denied. you know? But when it comes to black men, it's like, it's pretty much, you know, any black man who is halfway decent can be defended, except if they're like homosexual or something, or perhaps just a straight up, sexual predator, perhaps. But even sexual predators sometimes can get some defense. Well, yeah. And that's another thing I kind of want to bring up right quick, because all these men going hard in the paint for Kobe Bryant, and that's cool. That's cool. But I'm like, well, hypothetically speaking, let's say that some some unequivocal, indisputable evidence came out that Kobe Bryant was like a full-on homosexual. Do you think these same men would be doing the same things that they're doing now? Or do you think they would just back up and just, right? Just something to think about there. Just something to throw in there right quick. All right. But yeah, I think I've mentioned all that I gotta mention about this situation. I think Ari Lennox needs to really just. I think she said and mentioned that she was going to be getting off of social media anyway because she's just very imposing. And I don't. And talking about healing and using social media for like healing and positivity and all that shit. At this point, I think Ari Lennox, you just need to really just use social media for promoting your music and perhaps your tour dates, perhaps going on TV shows or performances and promo. That's about it. And as well, I kind of think that Ari Lennox may have even burned a bridge with Oprah, perhaps, because Oprah is in a position to give, Ari Lennox opportunities. You know, I mean, if Ari Lennox wanted to get into acting, that would be a good way to, like, okay, get into one of Oprah Winfrey's things. She got her own network popping on. But as Ari said, she don't care about getting canceled. If it's for the Black King, I'll sacrifice everything to protect my Black King. But I don't see that being reciprocated for you, Ari. Goddamn, you can't even get these Black Kings to come through and defend your facial features and your nose and shit. They talking about if it don't apply, let it fly, and goddamn, everybody ain't beautiful, this, that, and third. But ultimately, women like Ari Lennox ultimately get the treatment that they deserve, unfortunately, and that they approve of. And I think ultimately when it comes to Black women, they end up getting the Black men that they deserve. Whether it's good, bad, or in the middle, based on the parameters and the standards that they set. And that's why I heard some Black women kind of saying, like, first it was like they're no longer pro-Black, like, aka pro-Black man. Then they're no longer pro-Black women at this point because so many Black women are just, just wild and out of control, not being on code, very much want to throw Black women under a bus on behalf of Black men, this, that, and the third. So now it's like, oh, it's a pro-Black, like-minded Black women. Yeah. It's getting to that point now where Black women having to weed out Black women. Yeah. But yeah, I think I've said all I gotta say. So thanks for watching, y'all. Feel free to comment. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comment section. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now. But before I go, I do want to speak on one more thing right quick. A bit of a message to Black women out there. Black women, you need to be very cognizant and aware of, well, a lot of things, really, because a lot of shit is against you. But in this particular situation, be very aware and cognizant of Black women like Ari Lennox. Because ultimately, Black women like Ari Lennox are not here for you. They're not going to be staying on code with you. They're not going to be going really hard in the paint for you per se. Not really. All right. Black women like Ari Lennox are looking for a pat on the head and a Scooby snack from the Black Kings. All right. And they will sacrifice you in order to get that pat on the head and a Scooby snack from the Black Kings. All right. So, again, be very mindful and aware of Ari Lennox and women like Ari Lennox. All right. Because ultimately, they're not here for you. All right. They're not here to support you, hold you down. They are here for other reasons. All right. So that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. comment in the sections. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.